Well, this week we're heading to Old Mexico. We're hunting with J. Scott Outdoors, and we're all going after our first Gould's turkey. None of us have ever killed one before, and we're all trying to complete our first Royal Slam.
Turkey Hunter is brought to you by Browning, the best there is.
Well, this trip was going to be an adventure. We had a lot of miles to travel, and we had a lot of gear to take. Luckily, our buddy Reno hooked us up. His brother-in-law owns a private jet, so we got to fly all the way from Fort Payne, Alabama to El Paso, Texas in style. I'm kind of both nervous and excited. More excited. We're going to hunt Gould's in Mexico, and it's going to be an adventure, that's for sure.
Takeoff's optional, landing mandatory.
It's 20.
We're an hour and 2 minutes out.
Pretty neat, Mr. Bell.
Well, we get on the ground in El Paso, Texas. And from there, we had about a 4-hour bus ride to Casas Grandes, where we met our guide, Cade. And from there, we had another 2-hour drive to the 40,000-acre ranch that we were going to be hunting in the Sierra Madre Mountains. Well, we have finally arrived in Mexico. The sun's setting. The last 30 miles that were just gorgeous. And I know there's got to be turkeys in here. We've been passing water, we've been passing trees. Cade says they're loaded with Gould's turkeys.
There's definitely plenty of Gould's turkeys here. This is one of our better ranches. There's 8 different water holes. There's plenty of different arroyos, and there's a lot of roost trees, and there's a lot of turkeys here.
It sounds promising. This is all a first for us, and we're just kind of taking all this scenery in, and I'm excited to hear Gould's gobble in the morning.
You're excited to hear Gould's gobbling, and you're excited to be out of the truck.
Man, let's unload it. I'm tired. Well, luckily our guide Cade had a Browning Maxus, so we sent him some Apex ammunition in an Indian Creek choke tube. So when we got there, we put all those elements together, and we were going to sight this Browning in. By God. Well, I think we're good. We're losing light fast. We got it dialed in though, so we're ready for in the morning. You ready?
I'm ready. Good job, buddy.
My shoulder don't think so. Well, it's morning 1, and I'm up to bat first, and I'm excited. The guides have been talking about it, you know, the evening before, telling us what a great spot this was. There's a lot of roost trees there, there's water there, and they always roost there, and there should be several birds. So we all walk in there that morning. It's me, Seth, Reno, and a couple of guys, and a couple of other hunters that are walking with us. And we all walk in there, and under the cover of darkness, the moon shining bright. And as we walk in the moonlight, I just happen to look up in one of the big ponderosa pines, and I can see a bird roosted in the top of this ponderosa pine. So I immediately know we're in the chips. Well, the sun starts to come up, and there's several birds in these ponderosa pines in front of us, and we're in a position where we can see all of this. These birds are gobbling, strutting on the limb. It's some of the most beautiful stuff I've ever seen. And I go to work in these turkeys, and they're just hammering, 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 and it's just a race to see who's going to hit the ground first and come to our decoy spread. Well, these birds are gobbling hard on the roost. Every time I breathe on the call, they're gobbling. Well, finally, 2 birds can't stand it, and they fly across the way to our right and hit the hillside. Another bird hits to the left. So we got birds coming from every direction. The two birds on the right, I just keep pouring the call into them, and look, here they come. They start coming to us. Well, I look to the left, and down the roadway, another bird is coming down the road to us. So it's just a race now to see who gets to the decoy first. About to come around the right side there. Right there. Right of that big island. He's just right behind that island right there. He's either gonna come to the right of it or the left of it. Yeah, the one on the right. Yeah, that one. There he comes, man. He'll come to the decoy. Well, the bird to the left gets to the decoy first, but he's not, there's more birds here, so I'm getting kind of picky at this point. I just want a pretty turkey, a pretty Gould to take back home with me. And sure enough, the two to the right are strutting, come across the bottom right to our right, see the decoy, and blow up and start easing right to the decoys. Well, this bird struts up to the decoy, and he's absolutely beautiful. He's everything you'd want in a Gould's turkey, and he's putting on a show. He's about 12 yards. I square off on him, and I shoot just to the left of his head and smooth miss him. Got him. Well, luckily I had a Browning Maxus and some Apex and an Indian Creek choke tube, and this bird gets out about 55 yards, and I square off on him again, and this time the shot hits the mark. What about that, man? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't know what happened the first shot. I just shot right over top of his head.
Hey, you know, coming in, shooting my gun, you're not familiar with it.
Yeah, but I mean, I put the red dot on his head. But luckily, he got out there where I had a little bit better pattern.
Wasn't that incredible seeing him on the roost?
That was an incredible hunt.
Turkey Hunter is also brought to you by Apex Competitions, Indian Creek Shooting Systems, Replica Decoy Company, Foot on the Head Game Calls, Grounded Brand Turkey Vests, Apex Ammunition, and Vortex Optics.
Enter the Apex Outdoor Rewards Turkey Challenge in your state. Over $120,000 in cash rewards. Limited number of entries allowed statewide. Every bird is a possible winner. Reward your passion at apexoutdoorrewards.com.
We got the first bird down. First morning in Mexico. And what an incredible hunt. I mean, we watched him in the moonlight up in the Ponderosa Pines gobbling. He strutted. I bet he gobbled 100 times. Hit the ground on this hillside. He's down through here and did what turkeys do and come up with a decoy. I thought he was going to jump on that queen hen for a minute. I said, I hope he don't jump up on her and knock her over and take off running. Because there ain't no stake in that one. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, we got Royal Slam for Russell.
Royal Slam.
And 2 more Royal Slams to go. And it's just getting started.
That's right, man. What a crazy, awesome turkey hunt.
Yeah, I say they like it right here.
Look at that.
Strut mark is leading right to
What a beautiful turkey. Look at that. Look at that right there.
Wow. Incredible. Lots of white.
What a
Lots and
beautiful
lots of
bird. Man, what an incredible hunt.
white. That was special. That's what we wanted, right?
Yes, sir.
On the way down.
You nailed it. Cade was talking about getting some incredible footage this morning in a good spot, and he put us right in our bedroom, and we couldn't have set up no better, really. As it got, light, I could look in the Ponderosa pine and behind me here, and I could see this guy up there strutting. And as it got lighter and I started calling, there was multiple turkeys. We kind of got torn in between which one to get on. Some hit the hillside over here, some landed in front of us. And when I seen this guy blow up and run that other gobbler off, I'm like, I want to shoot that strutter right there. I mean, look how beautiful they are. That is the most beautiful turkey I have ever killed. And I'm really torn. I want to mount him somehow because he's just beautiful. And to complete the Royal Slam with the Goulds and a Goulds as beautiful as this, that's just pretty special.
Yeah, the white tips are something special, and the fans are just so tall.
Yes.
Basketball hoop coming in strutting.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a little tore up when he come up here. I sent the first one right over top of his noggin.
Well, I was sitting back there videoing, and I'm going, I'm glad I don't have the gun.
Well, it's not even mid-morning and we got the first bird down. And now it's Reno's turn, and we got 40,000 acres of turkey country to find him one. Well, Reno's up to bat, and we start our trek to another location. The guides are talking about it, saying it's another roost location. Turkeys like to hang there, and there's a pond there. And it's starting to get warm. Mid-morning in Mexico, it's starting to heat up a little bit. So we get in the trucks, we ease down there, we finally get there, we slip down into this bottom, and it looks great. It looks like a place where a turkey would hang midday. You got water, you got shade, a valley that runs way up. You could see gobblers traveling throughout the day. So we find us a place to set up, get the decoys out, and get in the shade, and we start calling. Well, we get set up and we start calling. Seth gets his box call out and he starts hitting on it real hard. And we sit there for about 30 minutes, and finally a bird answers, and you could just barely faintly hear him. I thought I heard it. I wasn't positive, but I thought I heard a bird gobble. Keep yapping him. Seth chalks on it again, and sure enough, this bird gobbles, and it almost sounds like he's closer. Well, this bird starts making his way to us, and sure enough, he's coming, and he's gobbling every time we breathe or hit the call. And he gets to about 100 yards, and we're all scanning the wood line, trying to see where he's going to pop out at. Might have a hen with him. Well, Seth finally spots him, and he's in full strut, and he eases out of the wood line and starts easing towards our decoy spread. Does he see the decoys? I see him now. Hang on. Let him come. Well, this bird slow rolls to us. He never gets too aggressive. He never really struts anymore. But he eases to us, and he comes to the decoy spread and gets in range and gives Reno a shot, and he takes advantage of it. Good shot.
About that boy.
He come a long ways, didn't he, boy?
That's the way it's supposed to happen.
What
We
about
did,
that?
didn't we?
Yes, sir.
We did, man.
When Seth hit that box call, that bird, how far away was he?
He was way
Over
too
the
young.
next mountain,
Long
down it all.
Incredible.
Hey, look at his head. Ain't much left of it. Good shooting. He was a little apprehensive, wasn't he? He was strutted on the hillside there. Good shot. He come a long ways too. A long way. Well, it worked out, didn't it?
He did.
Mid-morning here in Mexico. We got a bird this morning. Changed locations and no more than sat up and got to calling, got real aggressive, and he hit.
He did.
And he covered ground.
He was a long way off.
You could barely hear him. And we kept calling, he kept getting closer, and he got to a point where Reno could finally see him, and he just wouldn't come, he wouldn't commit fully to the decoy. And he finally worked his nerve up and kind of skirted just a little bit, and then he eased right up here to him, did he? You made an excellent shot, Reno. I mean,
Thank you.
small town blend, Brown and Maxis. Here in Mexico.
Indian Creek choke.
Yes, sir. As a combo.
Don't get no better than that.
No, sir.
This is my Royal Slam.
That's pretty cool.
I know it. I'm proud of it.
We on a roll.
Just want to thank y'all so much.
Let's keep rolling.
We got a few more tags, don't we? All right, let's do it.
Man, that was a good mid-morning turkey hunt. Congratulations, man. And what a beautiful bird.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, the first morning in Mexico was a huge success. It's everything we'd hoped it'd be. 2 beautiful Gould's turkeys down. Join us next week as Seth has an awesome roost hunt go down and he gets his first Gould's turkey.